This is TOS Television, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Okwande, and this is Africa Now. Saif al-Islam al-Gaddafi, son of Libya's late dictator Muammar Gaddafi, on Sunday, registered as a presidential candidate for the December polls, planned to help end the years of chaos since his father was toppled. Gaddafi, 49, will be running alongside prominent and controversial figures such as the Eastern Military Commander Khalifa Haftar, Prime Minister Abdel Adiba, and Parliament Speaker Aguila Saleh for the December 24 elections. Analysts say he may not prove to be a frontrunner because the Gaddafi era is still remembered by many Libyans as one of harsh autocracy. He is wanted by the International Criminal Court. At least 5 demonstrators were on Saturday killed by Sudanese security forces in the crackdown on anti-coup protests after the military tightened its grip by forming a new ruling council. The medics say 4 of the victims were shot dead, while 1 died from suffocation by tear gas. The latest death brings to 20 the number of people killed in anti-coup protests since the military takeover on October 25th, according to the medics. Thousands of Tunisians protesting against President Kais Saied's seizure of political power 4 months ago tried to march on the suspended parliament on Sunday as hundreds of police blocked off the area. Protesters briefly clashed with police as they tried to remove barriers near the chamber and demanded that Saied restore parliament and normal democratic rule. Saied says his actions his critics called a coup and needed to end governmental paralysis after years of political squabbling and economic stagnation, and has promised to uphold rights and freedoms won in the 2011 revolution that brought democracy. And moving away from politics to security matters, at least 19 military police and a civilian were killed by gunmen in northern Burkina Faso in the tri-border region where the country has for years been battling armed groups. Security Minister Maxime Koné told state media on Sunday that the toll from the attack on the military police outpost near a gold mine in Ata was provisional. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the attack. Now, the federal government of Nigeria says the allegation by a US-based non-profit organization that the Nigerian government was sponsoring terrorism is a disgusting distraction orchestrated by those seeking to weaken the ongoing massive onslaught against terrorism and banditry. According to media reports, the Gates petitioned the office of the US Secretary of State, demanding that the US government should designate some Nigerian government officials as sponsors of terrorism, alleging that from all available indices, what is happening in Nigeria is state-sponsored terrorism. This is your digital-first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You're watching Africa Now. More stories coming your way after the break. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. Frederick Willem de Klerk, South Africa's last white president, who died on Thursday, aged 85, after a battle with cancer, will be buried on November 21 in a private ceremony, his foundation said in a statement on Sunday. De Klerk won praise worldwide for his role in scrapping apartheid and shared the Nobel Peace Prize with Nelson Mandela in 1993. These are conflicting emotions for the country's black population, who remain angered by his actions during apartheid and for his failure to curb political violence in the run up to South Africa's first democratic elections in 1994. Still on South Africa, the government of South Africa says it has withdrawn its support for Miss South Africa in the Miss Universe contest to be held in Israel over Lalela Mswane's refusal to boycott the pageant, despite organizers saying it should not be politicized. Those opposing South Africa's participation in the contest are protesting against Israel's alleged committing of atrocities against Palestinians. Israel has in the past denied committing atrocities and rejects accusations that its treatment of Palestinians amount to apartheid. Meanwhile, the country's African Jewish Board of Deputies has lashed out at the recent development. It believes that closing doors merely isolates South Africa for contributing and any contribution they can make to finding peace. Now to COVID-19 updates. Morocco says it will provide rapid COVID-19 tests to passengers arriving in airports and ports and will deny access to any visitor with a positive result. The measure, the government in a statement on Saturday says, aims to protect the country amid a surge of cases in Europe. Travelers with positive tests must be returned at the cost of the airline that brought them into the country, unless they have a permanent residency document, the statement says. Egypt has set up a new vaccination centers at Cairo metro stations to allow more people to take up COVID-19 vaccines and ease pressure on medical centers, the health ministry announced on Sunday. The campaign is being carried out in cooperation with the Ministry of Transport. Abdel Ghaffar says, adding up to 97 registration centers have been allocated at metro stations. The country has managed to vaccinate about 24 million people against the disease, with plans to vaccinate 40 million out of its 100 million population by the end of 2021, according to Egyptian officials. Still in Egypt, archaeologists have found one of the 4 lost sun temples built by the pharaohs while they were still alive in an attempt to turn themselves into living gods. It is believed that only 6 sun temples were built by Egyptian pharaohs some 4,500 years ago. Just 2 of them have been unearthed so far. This is one of the most important discoveries made in decades by archaeologists. They described the discovery of a third such structure as the biggest find for 50 years. And that is Africa Now. For more updates, do visit our website at www.tostvnetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Okwande. Thanks for watching.